Back at Mormon Lake, and now we are leaving again, back for the trail. Alright, so we are back, just leaving Mormon Lake. Took 2 days off, 2 zeros, and my boyfriend came to meet me. He picked me up at Mormon Lake. We went into Flagstaff, spent the day there, did a bunch of chores, REI, fixed my tent, brought me my shoes, had a bunch of pizza, had some beer. It was so fun. Very needed. After 2 zeros, we are back on the trail, back on the trail. Alright, so we are back on the trail. Done a couple, for like 3 or 4 miles so far, and I've got about 32 to get into Flagstaff. I'm just trying to get there, not tomorrow, but the day after that. So, something pretty. Just gonna be mellow today and take it kind of easy. It was so nice taking those 2 zeros and seeing my boyfriend and just having some time off, relaxing. Beautiful morning hiking. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. They might be gone, all the deer. Probably. Railroads logging the Flagstaff Lumber Company. Woohoo! Eight o'clock. Probably done 8 miles. Very breezy. Very windy still. Going this way. Woo! We're getting there. It's so windy. There's Humphreys in the distance. I think we're about like 15 miles outside of Flagstaff. So we're doing pretty well, but it's so windy. Oh, so nice to get some trail magic. Yay! So we have made it home for the night. It's early, but today was just a hard day. I think a hard just like getting back from taking like 2 zeros and also like being in Flagstaff, seeing my boyfriend, and it was just so windy. You can probably still hear it, but it's just really windy. But we did about 21 today, and I've got about 10-ish into Flagstaff, and so that's the plan. And that's everything for now. Good morning. So this week has been a little confusing because I took some zeros, but I'll just sum it up really quickly. So I think on day 31, I ended up pushing, getting to Mormon Lake, getting a cabin there with 4 other hikers, and we kind of just like hung out. And then the next day, my boyfriend was picking me up from Mormon Lake. So I took a zero that day. He picked me up around noon, and then we went into Flagstaff. And we just got pizza, we hung out, we relaxed, and then the next day I took another zero, and we pretty much did like a bunch of chores, like I resupplied, we had to get him new shoes, we had to fix my tent, just like a handful of things. I'm trying to think what else we did. We got coffee, which was nice, and he showed me how to set up his tent just in case I was going to take that, which I didn't end up because we fixed mine. And got to see a ton of other hikers and everything. And we celebrated our 2-year anniversary in Flagstaff, which is really special because that's actually where we pretty much became like official too. So it was just like really special and nice. And then the next day he dropped me back off at the trail at Mormon Lake. I only hiked probably like a couple miles and then just set up camp because I'm actually meeting my sister. Like I'm meeting her today actually, but like at that time I was only meeting her in like 2 days. And then yesterday was a pretty hard day. the terrain was really easy, but I was like up early and I was trying to get a lot of miles in, and it was so windy. I lost my headphones, I ripped a hole in my tent, and I think I was just like coming down from feeling so accustomed to being around people. Like, you know, we were in Flagstaff, there's a ton of people, we saw a lot of other hikers. I was hanging out with a bunch of hikers before then. I got to see my boyfriend and just spend time with him, and then just coming back on trail and kind of feeling like very like alone again and like out of like my bubble of people I had been seeing. So it was just like a really hard day, and I was just trying to keep my head down and get miles in. But I'm so happy I made camp early and I got to sleep in. I had a bit of a lie-in, and now it's like 8:30, and I'm just like really not trying to make too many miles today. I think I only have to do 10 into Flag, and then I hang out pretty much, and then I'm gonna meet my sister at the airport tonight, and I'll be taking another 3 days off for just for us hanging out. We're gonna go to Sedona, we're gonna do the Grand Canyon together, and I haven't seen her in probably about 2 years, so I'm really excited, and yeah, it'll just give me something to look forward to. So anyway, getting back onto schedule somewhat, but I wanted to pop in and kind of say all those things if that like made a little bit more sense. If my time frame was kind of all weird now, but we're back on it and I'm super excited. So let's get this done. Let's finish this trail up, and yeah, it's gonna be a good day. Very chill hike. Gonna lead me all the way to Flagstaff. Got my new shoes. And we're just cruising through this ponderosa pine forest. It's a bit windy still. Not as bad as it was yesterday. There it goes. It's nice to be at eye level with the trees. I can hear the highway down there, so we must not be too far. And we're gonna be dropping down. There's Humphreys with the snow. We're getting there. Look at this huge unearthed tree. Wow, right next to the trail. Poor little guy. Almost to the urban trail, and then a couple more miles in Flagstaff. Alright, so we made it to the junction. So to the left is the urban route, and to the right, I think you go around. But I heard it's really pretty. We're doing the shorter one into Flagstaff, so we are going left. On the urban trail now, and just met a gentleman who's from the area. He's just saying, "Oh, you're so lucky, it's so beautiful out here." We're chatting a little. He's giving me some directions, and I was like, oh, like I know where I'm going. Like I have a GPS, but that's okay. He's trying to be helpful, which is nice. And then we were talking a little bit about the pandemic, and it's like, you know what, we're in a better place than we were last time this year. It's like, yeah, but everything's messed up. And I was like, well, we gotta be the good then, you know, like we gotta be the people who are gonna fix it. And I don't know, it's just kind of funny. Like I'll probably never talk to that guy again, but I don't know. It's interesting hearing people's like perspective on the world sometimes. And then, at least for me, like, yeah, it's okay to like talk about it and complain about it, but we need to be the people who are going to change it, or who are going to do something about it, or, you know. So that was just like an interesting conversation. Kind of made me think about some stuff, and I don't know, just feeling happy to be back on trail again and in a good mood and just appreciating it. So yeah, now let's get to Flagstaff. Just a little bird. Oh, we're on the other side now. Wow, I mean the underpass is kind of loud, but just this water that we showed up to, I was like, whoa! And we're going under that. It's cool, they have some more information on the trails. Very nice. And we have made it to Flagstaff. Now you just gotta walk over town a bit and do some chores and just post up somewhere until I get to see my sister. Good morning. It's a couple days later. I think it's like a day or two later, but I just want to pop on and say I made it to Flagstaff, and I ended up doing laundry that day. I got some beers with Hi-Ho and Fireworm and Bucho, which is really awesome. I love those girls, they're so cool. And then I ended up doing a yoga class, which I know kind of sounds interesting. It was like a slow flow, because I was like, oh, I want to stretch. And that was really cool. And then I ended up hanging out with Hi-Ho, Fireworm, and Bucho until I got a lift to the airport to pick up my sister. And then we went and did the Grand Canyon in Sedona, and I have some videos.